All right, welcome to the Bearcast. We're up here at Media Day getting ready for the 23 season. I'm with head fresh soft coach Stephen Grace. Stephen, going into your second year, what's the biggest change you see from your first year of getting thrown into it to now being a little bit prepared?
I think just that preparation. I think having a better understanding of everything that goes into it. I mean, obviously, I've been around the program. I know how things have been done with West Branch football, but getting on that inside and actually teaching the kids rather than watching from the outside. And so just having that year under my belt, kind of understanding the offense a little bit better, understanding how to get through to the kids, and just some of those other little things.
All right, the other thing you got going, you got your coaches coming back, which is always great. And then you always have to balance of which sophomores or freshmen might go up to the varsity. What have you seen so far?
Well, we have a lot of really good athletes, and so that's kind of the good and the bad of it is there's been several kids that we haven't had a chance to work with much because they've been doing a lot with the varsity. That's going to make them better, and if they end up playing with us, will help us get better. So it's opened up opportunities for some of these other guys that maybe would be a little bit lower on the depth chart. They're able to slide in there and get some more of these reps, get more comfortable with what they're doing. And, you know, it's a situation where everybody understands that your goal is to go out and compete, play, get on the field. Doesn't matter if it's a varsity game, a JV game, doesn't matter where you're at. You just do what you're supposed to do and play West Branch football.
Yeah, and that's smash mouth football.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
That's hitting them. Now, last year, great year, undefeated. Had a really good bunch of kids, sending a few up to the next level. But how do you get your team prepared to emulate what happened last year?
Well, I think the big goal, and I've said this, I mean, even as soon as last year got done, is we could go 0-8 this year and be just as or more successful than last year. Because obviously the goal for Fresh Soft JV is we're developing, we're helping them understand to get ready for that varsity level. So wins and losses are great. Obviously the goal is we want to win every game that we're out there, but overall, the goal is we want to make sure we're doing things the right way, make sure they understand concepts, blocking schemes, what they're supposed to do on the defense, so that if there's an injury and they get called up this year, or as a sophomore they move up as a junior next year, they're ready to go. And so, I mean, yes, it was great last year to go undefeated, win every game. It was a lot of fun. But it's a situation where, you know, that's not the ultimate test of success for us at the fresh soft level.
No, and I think one of the tests will come this year. You had two quarterbacks, Connor Rios and Nolan Staker, play for you last year, and now they're battling out for the varsity. Yeah. And so that experience, that game experience, really pays off when you move up to the next level. In your practices so far, how has your fresh soft guys been responding?
Pretty good. I mean, it's still, a lot of new faces, a lot of freshmen that are trying to get their feet under them and understand, what it takes to practice hard and compete at this level, understanding things. I know that the junior high coaches do some similar stuff, so it's not completely new when they move up to that fresh soft level, but still just getting them to understand what are they supposed to be doing on certain plays. And so these first couple of weeks are always a little hard because we're doing a lot as a whole team. We're doing a lot of working with the varsity, and so it can be a bit of a struggle. But definitely getting ready here in the next week or two to start fine-tuning and be able to really hone in with our guys and get them to see what we've been talking about and put it to practice on the field. And so I think that's where we did good last year, was those guys were able to take some of those lumps early and then learn from it. And so hopefully these guys can do the same thing, is once we get on our own and do some things, start fine-tuning where we're at, they understand a little bit better. They know the speed when they're playing the varsity, and then that'll be that much quicker that they are when they're out taking on some of these other Fresh Soft JV teams.
And another challenge always for Fresh Soft, your first two games will be a doubleheader with the varsity. That's a little bit unusual past few years, but you're playing on a Friday night, and then it's hit and miss. You may be a Monday, you may be a Tuesday. It's a patchwork schedule, so that makes it a little different. With varsity, okay, Monday practice, Tuesday practice, Thursday practice, but with your guys, you got to treat it a little differently.
Yeah, and we had to modify things, and it is nice. We've got Friday the first two, and then we'll straight Monday after that. So we're able to modify just a little bit, and so, we still will come down and do a normal Thursday practice like we always do. We'll come to the game on Friday, and then we'll do like a Saturday walkthrough and make it our own version of a Thursday practice to get ready for that Monday game. The challenge is, those Tuesday practices is where the varsity needs us to help them a lot, and we're coming off of a game. So we got to find that balance of how do we get them some good reps while also kind of resting a little bit. But, it's just a matter of, we've told the guys, be flexible, be adaptable, where we need to be is what's going to make us better, and every opportunity you've got, whatever you're doing, use it as a situation to emulate what you would be doing out on that game field so that you can grow and develop as a player.
All right. For the Bearcast, thank you to head Soph coach Stephen Grace, and we'll get ready for the season coming up in a couple weeks. Go Bears.
Thanks, guys.